her love to anyone in need. Miss her dearly. At this time, I'd like Corinne Siegel to join us on stage as Corinne is working away here. Corinne was married, or is married in short, that is Dr. Randy Siegel, one of the kindest, most generous, understanding medical professionals I've ever had the honor of knowing and working with. And my second daughter, a young lady who was in the hospital at the same time as my son Brady, a young lady who is just a remarkable, remarkable human being, Miss Lily Gannon. Lily, will you please join us?
My husband Randy received the Pediatric Cancer Humanitarian of the Year Award from the Brady Foundation in 2011. He received it because Randy was so much more than an interventional radiologist who had the privilege of treating Brady and meeting his extraordinary parents. Randy was the type of person who genuinely cared as much about the people he treated as the disease they were fighting. It was not unusual for Randy to go down to the gift shop and leave a balloon on the bed of a pediatric patient he had treated so that when they woke up, he would bring a smile to their face. It was not unusual for Randy to spend more time explaining a procedure to a family than the time he spent actually doing the procedure. He understood how a parent or a spouse or a child must feel when their loved one was undergoing a procedure. He often explained to me that he was the only one who had the ability to make families understand the procedure and what to expect, and possibly put their mind at ease. Randy understood compassion and caring and the need for it in a clinical setting way before he was diagnosed with cancer himself. It's been almost 3 years since Randy's passed away. My daughter, Emily, and Sarah and I, along with our entire extended family, work to continue Randy's legacy of caring and compassion to families dealing with cancer. One of the most important ways is to present the Randy Siegel Pediatric Cancer Medical Humanitarian of the Year Award at the Hugs for Brady Winter Gala. This year, the award will be presented by Lily Gannon.
Hello everyone, my name is Lily Gannon and I was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma, an aggressive pediatric bone cancer when I was 10. I am happy to say that next week I will turn 16 and I am in remission for my cancer. Today I'm here to present the 2015 Hugs for Brady Dr. Randy Siegel Pediatric Cancer Humanitarian of the Year Award to my oncologist Dr. Weiss, who treated me at the Robert Wood Johnson. I was in a wheelchair and I had barely seen a hospital, let alone take a child to get cancer. A good friend of my mom who did a fellowship at Robert Wood told my mom about the work of Dr. Weiss. Dr. Weiss specialized in pediatric sarcomas and did his residency and fellowships at the prestigious Albert Einstein Medical Center, Albert DuPont Hospital, and St. Jude Research Hospital before coming to the Cancer Institute of New Jersey. I know he sounds like a smart guy, but I have to tell you, we didn't just choose Dr. Weiss as my oncologist because he worked at all those great places, but simply because he made me comfortable, smile, and laugh when I was truly frightened. I am told Dr. Weiss's favorite quote is, "A day without laughter is a day wasted." When When he took me on a tour of the pediatric oncology floor, he talked and showed us some of the fun things kids get to do in treatment. He didn't make it scary, even though he told me there were days I might feel sick. I met my friend Jackie, who also had bone cancer that day, in an area of the floor called the Sunshine Room. Jackie and I became friends in treatment, and Dr. Weiss, with his funny ties, kind face, and cheery voice, became my oncologist. Last year, I donated the money raised in my name when I was sick to the Hugs for Brady Foundation, and now there is a new Sunshine Room for all patients. I helped plan the renovations and pick the colors to make this and the new playroom the happiest spots in the pediatric oncology floor. If I didn't meet Dr. Weiss, none of this would have happened. Dr. Weiss, you're a really important person, and you have made a difference in the lives of many children. I especially remember you coming to my house with your wife and wearing your pajamas to our pajama theme Christmas party. You told me I was just being a doctor, and at times you even made being sick fun. Your research work in clinical trials for rare, solid, and soft tissue tumors hopefully will help be the cure for these rarely researched sarcomas. We are grateful for your dedication to find a cure. Dr. Weiss, I know everyone at the Cancer Institute misses you, and I have to admit I still hope to see you at clinic, but I know you're doing wonderful work with all the children at Maine Medical Center. I'm proud to call myself a survivor, and I'm here today to say thank you. On behalf of every child who was lucky enough to be in your care, please come up and accept your award.
Prepared a few words. So I want to thank all of you for this incredible honor. I'm beyond touched, and I've been deeply moved ever since Paul Migleri called to personally deliver me the news. This is probably one of the most humbling and meaningful experiences in my entire life. I'd like to take a brief moment to explain why. When out socially, it is rare that I ever tell people what I really do. Talk about being a party's Debbie Downer. The typical conversation goes something like this. So what do? I'm a physician. Oh, what type? A pediatrician. You would think that would be enough. But invariably, they would then follow up with, oh, do you specialize? Well, yes, I'm a childhood cancer doctor. Silence. The music stops, all surrounding conversations abruptly end, followed by the sensation that all ears move in close, like an E.F. Hutton commercial. How can you do that? Isn't it depressing? It is at that moment that I try to explain why anyone who takes care of children with cancer does what they do. For me, it comes down to one simple yet powerful word: inspired. Inspired is witnessing a family receive the devastating news that their child has cancer and hearing them declare, "We will fight this." Inspired is observing a young child receive an infusion of intensive chemotherapy while playing Candyland in her hospital room, calling a brief timeout from the game to throw up in a bedside pink basin, then immediately picking up the next card from the pile and moving her game piece to the appropriate number of spaces on the game board as if nothing ever happened. Inspired is knocking an adolescent down not once, but twice with the news that their cancer has come back, only to have him bounce back stronger somehow, with even more resolve each time. Inspired is watching a young woman undergo chemotherapy and radiation during the most crucial years of high school, bringing along schoolwork to clinic and the hospital, graduating as class valedictorian, giving the commencement speech, and getting into one of the most competitive, prestigious colleges in the country. Inspired is witnessing a former patient and family drive hours to selflessly donate their time and gifts to another pediatric oncology clinic and children's hospital on behalf of their foundation, truly exemplifying the pay it forward motif. Inspired is, as a parent, having to make the unimaginable decision to amputate the arm of an 8-month-old baby due to a tumor that precludes limb salvage, only to receive videos from the family years later, displaying him pitching and hitting for his Little League baseball team. Inspired is one hospitalized, dying patient's only wish to be able to attend his prom, and then watching the outpouring of volunteers who came together to make it happen at the hospital, which included a tux for the patient, a prom date, a corsage, dozens of friends and teachers from school, balloons, streamers, photographers, and a DJ, all of which became the catalyst behind the annual spring prom event for all patients at CINJ. Inspired is watching parents lose their only child to cancer and starting their own foundation in his honor. With no prior experience in this arena, with the sole mission to make a difference in the lives of other children and families stricken with cancer, by easing their pain and supporting research to help find a cure for this disease, only to witness it quickly flourish into the impactful organization it is today. It is at about that moment when the person across from me at the party and anyone else who had stopped to listen finally understands why it is we do what we do. This is usually followed by, what can we do to help? To that, I say by supporting great programs like the Hugs for Brady Foundation, like the Make Some Noise Pediatric Cancer Research Foundation, like the Embrace Kids Foundation, and other programs dedicated to supporting children and families during their battle and finding a cure so that we never have to explain why we do what we do ever again. I just want to thank from the bottom of my heart Sherry and Mike Wells and the rest of the Hugs for Brady Foundation for this amazing honor. The tireless work you do is appreciated more than you can ever know. I also want to thank my family for supporting me throughout this journey, my former colleagues who I miss dearly, and especially the children and families who continue to inspire me, all of us, each and every day. Thank you.
Dr. Aaron's a remarkable doctor. Maybe he was not Brady's doctor. I should tell a little side story here. But every night on his way home at 7 o'clock, his wife must really hate Sherry and I, because we would stop Dr. Weiss on his way leaving the floor. Inevitably, he'd be there till 9, 10 o'clock, asking the questions I would have for him, the same questions, over and over and over. Just rephrase to see if we could get a different answer out of him. He never lost his cool, he never lost his patience. He stood there and spoke to us in layman's terms and made it simple. And again, he was not Brady's doctor. Aaron, special place in my heart for you, sir. Thank you so much. I have some really good news. I have been told that items which have not hit the minimum bid, is that correct, madam? Yes. That we are having a half-price sale. So if you have sometime the opportunity to go out in the foyer, whichever you prefer. I'm sorry, what this is? Oh, wait a minute. May I have the Board of Trustees, Michelle, don't walk away. Our Board of Trustees and all the kids in the room, just come up here. All the kids, please. I gotta share this with you, please. Board of Trustees on the stage, please. And all children, please. Please. Come on, I know there's 4 kids here. Wherever you'd like to gather, I have been given a note here, which is pretty astonishing. And for this, I feel like I could be Joey Lewis. Drum roll, please. I have a ecstatic to announce that in 4 short years, the Hugs for Brady Foundation, led by my beautiful, talented, hardworking bride, Sherry, has surpassed the $1 million mark. Thank you. Thank you so much. Beyond my years. With that being said, gentlemen, please join me on stage.
Good evening. My name is Edward McDiori, and I'm proud to present the next honoree on behalf of the Hugs for Brady Foundation. First, let's look at the definition of a humanitarian. As an adjective, humanitarian can be defined as having concern for or helping to improve the welfare and happiness of people or alleviate suffering. As a noun, it can be defined as a person actively engaged in promoting human welfare. Father Bob has been very active bringing awareness to the suffering of many kids fighting cancer. He has shared our stories with people all over the world, enlisting the power of prayer worldwide. Through his homilies to thousands of people, he has raised the level of awareness and support for those of us battling cancer. He has encouraged financial support through fundraisers at St. Augustine Canterbury School with the help of Sister Mary Louise and all the teachers and fellow students. He has been a great source of comfort and strength to many families during the difficult times of cancer treatment. Whenever he heard I was going for scans, treatment, or follow-up, he would always offer blessings, prayers, and hope. He has been a humanitarian for spiritual, financial, and moral support to many. For all these reasons and more, I am happy to present the Hugs for Brady Pediatric Cancer Humanitarian of the Year Award to Father Ryan.
It's hard to follow a balloon fest. And to the right of the Father, it's very important. First of all, I received a phone call from Paul, and he's a parishioner of St. A's. He said, you have 2 minutes. My people would love that at St. Justin. There are some things that I always say to my parishioners. One, I always say that God never, ever wills bad things. Amen. God does not will cancer. Amen. I love it. You got my church more often. My people are like, is he over yet? Is he over? when things go out of our control, many here know this story, I believe it's an invitation to live our deeper vocation as a father, as a mother, as a wife, as a husband, as a brother, as a sister. It's an invitation always to go deeper to what it means to have faith, as my young friend has said tonight. The life of Brady continues to live on tonight through the gift of you. So his life is truly a precious life that God has blessed and continues to use to touch people everywhere. The second thing I always tell people is that God speaks to us through humanity. He speaks to us through the normal events of our lives. He speaks to us through the gift of each other. And tonight I'm very proud to say that I've been a Catholic priest for now 30 years. I've been 20 years. I've been 20 years at St. Augustine's in Canterbury, Kendall Park. Our bishop is retiring in July. I'm putting the blood over the doors at the age of death. He's passing over me if I can stay longer. But God speaks through humanity. And tonight I believe spiritually as a priest, a spiritual father, that God has spoken to me, affirming me through the Hooks for Brady Foundation and the gift of my priesthood, to journey with people in the moments of cancer and all that entails. Sometimes just to be a ministry of presence, but also the power of prayer, the power of healing. And tonight, truly as the pastor of St. Augustine's, and again, it was my mother many years ago who was now with God with my father, so tonight they're also looking down and smiling upon this holy night. It's a very beautiful way that my mother prayed that I become the pastor of St. Augustine's. I believe in divine providence, that God brings us all together for a reason. And I'm very, very touched tonight that God has affirmed me, and I really humbly appreciate that. But yet God has spoken to me most profoundly through Ed. That your voice has become God's voice, thanking and affirming me the gift of my priesthood to be with you and your family. And tomorrow I have a 7:30 Mass and a 9. And his brother is going to be the first time being the altar server at the 9 o'clock Mass. He was also chosen to be St. Joseph at the Children's Mass on Christmas Eve. So again, a big promotion for you, my friend. So I thank all of you tonight for the gift of affirmation. I love being a priest. I love walking with my people and being there in times of good times and also in times of crisis. But it is the gift of this collar that sustains and supports many people that we're not even aware of. So thank you, Ed, and again, thank you, Milori, that's the little Italian, not Milori. So I thank you all tonight. Continue now with a blown explosion, okay?